This is Stephanie at High Tower Stitching with a short video related to 3 common problems people have when they're making the yo-yos, and they include knots, and lengths of thread. This video all started last week after I was trying to do some yo-yos, and I've done a lot of yo-yos, but I finally came up with something that really made me happy, and it was very inexpensive. It just involved little pieces of batting. I took a long piece of batting or a short piece of batting, and then I just cut it into small, don't even have to be perfect, squares or rectangles. And here's what I did with those pieces. When I got ready to start, I'd fold, like you always do, you fold your material down and you get ready to run, and you run this on the inside. Well, you're going to go all the way around, and when you pull the thread, you've got a nice knot in the end, but invariably that will come out. I'm trying to sew just a little bit there. That will come out. So what I did was before I started, I had my thread. Here's some nice dark heavy. This was old Coates and Clark that I had used at the very beginning when I started, and you still could buy, and it is so solid and sturdy, and the material is pretty nice now that you use. So anyway, take one of those little patches that we cut out and fold it in half, and go through your doubled up patch once, and then go through it again and give it a little tug. And if it's sitting there and it's not going anywhere, you got the first part of one of the problems is going to be solved. Because depending on the length of your string, when you get finished, you're going to either have a lot of string or a little bit of string, and you might find that this cotton piece is pulled over into this other part. And if I do that, guess what? It's not going to go through, of course, because it's got that hunk on it. Not only that, another thing is that when you get this second issue, other than keeping the knot from going through, is to go back and pick up the knot when you're getting ready to pull the circle together. So all of a sudden I have this little tag guy, and even if he's out here or down close, I can just take him, and I have a handle that I can pull on as I start to gather this up. And this is just something that I just couldn't believe it, how easy it worked, because I just started going and I wasn't picking at those knots anymore. I didn't have knots running in, and then just keep tightening it up like you usually do, and then start laying those pieces down flat, because then when they gather together, all of a sudden you've got that going really good. And that little helper was nothing but a little piece of batting that was hooked onto the end of that one, so that your knots don't pull through, and you have something you can grab. One of the nice things I found was that I was able to use a longer string, and sometimes I could actually do 3 or 4 yo-yos with that, because I've got those little pieces of cotton on there, and it just helped to secure that. This is Stephanie at High Tower Stitching. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll try this, because it really made the job go faster and less aggravating. Any comments or just other ideas are hooked into the description. If you find this helpful, please subscribe and add comments. Thank you.